start our working day. The floor is given to the Speaker of Presidential Administration of Ukraine, spokesman, with the information from the ATO zone. Good afternoon, dear journalists. I offer to your attention the information about the major events which took place in the ATO zone over the last 24 hours. In Lugansk segment, there were some combat fixed near Shastya. There was a morning mortar shelling. In these dark hours of the last day, the militants opened fire near Stanitsa Luganska, and they used mortar launchers, and the firearms, as a result of which there is no gas supply now. Also, there is quiet in the Bakhmut highway area, Novotashkivka. They fixed the fire from the anti-aircraft guns. The militants opened fire from the east near the village of Donetsky. Also, there were some separate provocations on the part of the militants to the north of Krymsky and to the west near Toetsky. In the Donetsk segment, the hottest sites were to the east and the west from Svetlodarsk water reservoir. Also, there were some fire near the Donetsk bypass highway and the town of Marinka. The active enemy's bombardment and shelling and provocations took place near Lugansk, and they lasted for about 6 hours. We registered the sniper's fire, and the even more complex situation is to the north of Gorlivka. They used 52 millimeters guns near Dzhinsk and Verkhotroysk. There were no enemy provocations. To the west of Donetsk, the militants launched the fire, and it continues almost around the clock. More or less quiet situation is only after for some hours after sunrise. We registered concentration of the personnel and the heavy equipment of the enemy from Zlata and Oleksandr. And in the Mariupol segment, the ceasefire regime is observed almost ideally. We registered only one armed provocation between Lebedynsky and Vodyane, 5 kilometers to the north of Shirokino. Over the last 24 hours, none of our servicemen was killed, but there were 2 wounded near Marinka. The multinational exercise Rapid Training 2015 continue, and yesterday participants in this exercise completed the training in the active phase of the maneuvers and the exercise. The Ukrainian servicemen were trained to rebuff the attacks of the enemy during their when they were driving the armored infantry vehicles. They were conditionally shelled by the enemy. At the same time, the Lithuanian servicemen eliminated the enemy sniper and American soldiers. They were training they actually perfected the consequence of the actions near the checkpoint. Also, there was technological equipment of Ukrainian army in Chernihiv region. They carried out the test of some of the drones. During this exercise, the military experts actually spoke highly about the performances of those drones. The SBU continues to detain the hirelings of the militants. 2 men without any documents tried to cross the contact line at the checkpoint near Volnovakha. It was turned out that they wanted to join the militants. And here's the video. One of the persons who is DPR military gang, he proposed to make some money and joining them, and they actually gave my consent because I have a very difficult situation, financial situation. At one of the checkpoints, we were detained because we didn't have any papers, documents, IDs. We changed our opinion, we understood that it's not, it should not, we should not make money just killing each other, brother. When kills another brother. So the law enforcement officers they stopped the activities of one more company financing the occupants. This was the pharmaceutical enterprise in Kyiv, which was registered in the Kyiv-Donetsk region. The funds which they earned as a result of sales of the medications were transformed into the cash, and special couriers were carried them to the militants.
Ukrainian law enforcement continue capturing illegal weapons in the area. Likewise, hunting gun Ford 202 without proper authorization was seized. The weapon was refit to fire live weapons in automated regime. A mini arsenal was seized in Ugledar. Due to confirmation of the information, sappers were called for to extract a grenade launcher and 2 RGD-5 grenades. And information for the media. Today, a joint statement for the media of the head of the Security Service of Ukraine, General Gritsak, and head of the State Border Service of Ukraine, General Nazarenko, on the major of Russian Federation's military forces detained on Saturday will be on at 3 p.m. New irrefutable proof of Russia's aggression on the territory of Ukraine will be presented. I am ready to take your questions now. Thank you. Any questions? No questions so far. Well, thank you.